have previously looked at what we mean by customer service, along with how customer service can be integral to a business's success. Now, in this video, we're going to look further into the impact of customer service, both the implications of providing a good service and the repercussions when the service is actually pretty bad. As a reminder, customer service is all about meeting customer expectations throughout the sales process. The aim of customer service is to have happy, satisfied customers before, during, and after the sales has actually taken place. Customer service may take place in person, but increasingly it is facilitated by technology. You've probably experienced both good and bad customer service yourself. What was it about that experience that made the service good or bad? And what impact has it had on your own behaviour in terms of your choices about using that business again? Or on how you talk about that experience to other people? So in this video we're going to meet two children's entertainers. First we have Doofus the Clown, and second we have Django. Doofus and Django are direct competitors. They both live and work in the same area and both provide entertainment at kids' parties, fairs, shows and other events, as well as appearing at circuses from time to time. It's fair to say that both Doofus and Django offer very different standards of customer service at each stage of the sales process. To all the teachers out there, show all of these videos without any ads and gain access to our growing library of over 500 teaching worksheets. Why not visit BizzWizard.co.uk to find out more? Both clowns have their own websites to allow customers to look at the services provided and contact them with further questions. Now, Doofus built his website himself, and it doesn't give the greatest first impression. It's hard to use and a lot of the information is out of date, it's got a clunky design, and it's down around half of the time. Django, on the other hand, realised that he was a better clown than a web designer, so he paid a web agency to build a website to promote his services. It cost a fair amount of money, but he's really pleased with the results. It looks great, it's easy to navigate, and it clearly displays all of the information that you could ever need about the various entertainment packages that Django offers. There are lots of photos, videos and client testimonials, and there's a link to his Google reviews, which are overwhelmingly positive. There are plenty of ways interested clients can contact Django, via his mobile, email and social media channels. Django always responds to queries within 24 hours, and his messages are always friendly, polite and professional. It creates a great first impression. Contacting Doofus, well, he's a different story. He rarely answers his mobile and his voicemail is often full, so people can't leave a message. If they do get through, it can sometimes take him over a week to reply. It's the same with his emails. He's really slow to reply, and when he does, his emails are really unprofessional, and frankly, a little rude. Not a great first impression. Bookings are a little bit slow for Doofus, and he just can't understand why. He's heard that his competitor, Django, is actually super busy. In fact, Doofus has just picked up a booking from Mr. and Mrs. Flanders, as Django is fully booked, so they've had to settle for Doofus instead. So let's have a little look at how their experience with Doofus actually went. Firstly, it took ages to get hold of Doofus, and when she was about to give up, he finally called her back. He was a little bit rude on the phone, but Mrs. Flanders thought that even clowns must have a bad day sometimes, so she didn't give it too much thought, and the party got penciled in. So he was booked to arrive at 3 PM on the date of the party. At 3:30 PM, Doofus still hadn't arrived, so Mr. Flanders decided to call him. He's got up late, he's got lost on the way, and so he had to be given directions. It's not the best start. Eventually, he arrived at 4 PM. The children were upset, and the other adult guests were not impressed. It started off okay. He got a few laughs from the children, but then he started being particularly loud and obnoxious around the children, which eventually made some of them cry. When Mr. Flanders took Doofus to one side and asked him to take it a little easy around the children, Doofus just stormed out, simply walked away with no response, got in his car and just drove off. Needless to say, the party was ruined and the customer service they had experienced was, well, pretty shocking. All of the other parents who were at the party agreed they would never book Doofus for their children's parties. A number of these parents also made posts on social media accounts to warn other parents not to book Doofus either. The social media backlash actually got pretty intense in the local area, and hundreds of people were now commenting on the post about the worst clown in town. Doofus's reputation is now in tatters, and he can't get a single booking. His business is a complete failure, and he's going to have to hang up his red nose and clown shoes and find a job somewhere else. Preferably not one that involves customer service. Bring this video and over 100 more to life with fun, interactive games, quizzes and case studies. Why not try the first 25 completely free by visiting BizzWizard.co.uk. So let's now analyse the impact of poor customer service for Doofus or for any other business offering a poor quality of service. Put simply, poor customer service leads to unhappy customers, and if customers aren't happy, then it is unlikely that they will be giving you any more of their hard-earned cash, or for that matter, telling any of their friends or family to do the same. So not only does the business end up losing existing customers, but they may also find it much harder to attract some new ones. And especially now in the 21st century with the increased use of technology, comments and reviews left on social media can make this impact even worse. As Doofus has seen, social media posts spread like rapid fire, meaning people outside of the poster's immediate circle of friends and family are now aware and sharing it with everybody that they know. A negative comment or review may be seen by thousands of people, and it could ruin a business's reputation and damage their brand image. In some cases, the damage can be difficult and time-consuming to fix, if it can even be fixed at all. Poor customer service will lead to lower sales and fall in revenues. There will also be the additional cost of making things right, whether that's repairs, refunds, or offering customers compensation for a bad experience. And this means lower profits, leading to less money available to invest back into the business and improve other important areas. In our example, this lack of profit means that Doofus can't keep up with his competitor Django, never mind get ahead of him, and this has meant that his market share is actually reduced. So, what about good customer service and the impact that this might have on a business? Well, let's go back to Django. 1 month after the disaster that was Doofus's party for the Flanders, they were invited to another children's party with the star of the show being Django the Clown. The parents that organised the party told the Flanders family that they'd been really impressed with the customer service that they'd received from Django so far. Polite, friendly and professional, and quick to answer any of their questions. On the day before the party, they received an email from Django confirming all of the details of the booking. On the day of the party, he calls to confirm that he's on his way, and he arrives right on time. Django is brilliant with the children, he's funny, kind and entertaining, exactly what they'd hoped he would be. He poses for loads of photos with the kids, and he even lets them see him take off his clown makeup afterwards. The day after the party, Django sends a thank you email which includes a link to a survey asking them to rate their experience using his services. Of course, the parents give him a rave review and put a post on Facebook showing the kids having a great time. Several of the families who saw Django entertaining the kids at the party have now decided to book him or to recommend him to other people who are having their own children's parties. So this leads us nicely to looking at the impacts of having good customer service. Each of the video courses over at BizzWizard.co.uk also includes an interactive business case study that applies the knowledge learned to a real-world scenario. There are over 1,000 multiple-choice questions each with detailed feedback which tests students' understanding of the content. Why not visit BizzWizard.co.uk to find out more? Good customer service means that customers are highly satisfied and that they are much more likely to shop with you again in the future, perhaps even trying out other products that they haven't tried before, meaning a greater spend per customer. And this is known as brand loyalty. Good customer service sets Django apart from his competition. Customers who are loyal to your brand are also much more likely to recommend your business to people that they know, and you therefore have a greater chance of picking up new business through these recommendations. Satisfied customers are likely to write positive reviews and testimonials on websites such as Google Reviews. This can have a significant impact on the number of potential customers giving your product a chance and therefore increasing sales. And if costs are controlled, then these increased sales should lead to increased profits, which can then be invested back into the business again, improving its future chances of success. And as customers are more likely to spend more money with Django's business rather than with his competitors, then this leads him to having an increased market share, a bigger share of the market compared to his competitors, particularly poor doofus. So that about wraps it up. If you get a question on the impact of customer service, it's important not only to talk about the ways that a business can deliver good customer service, but the impact of getting it right or the impact of getting it wrong. Remember that no matter how elaborate your marketing campaigns are, how flashy your packaging is, or how reasonable your prices are, the one thing your customer is going to remember is your interaction with them and whether you made them feel as though you value them, or if you've made them feel like they're just another quick sale. Remember that no matter how elaborate your marketing campaigns are, how flashy your packaging is, or how reasonable you set your prices, the one thing that your customer is going to remember is your interaction with them, and whether you've made them feel as though you value them, or whether you made them feel like they're just another quick sale. Remember, providing good quality customer service is not just a good idea, it is a must that should be at the heart of every business. This has been the BizzWizard. See you in the next video.